Good morning, yarn lovers. This is Stephanie from Unwind on Hollywood Way in Burbank, California, and today I'm going to show you how to make 2 scarves, both approximately 7 feet long, out of Trendsetter's newest yarn, Bodega. Bodega is a blend of acrylic, mohair, and poly, and with its 20-yard skein you can make 2 scarves. This is one of them, which I finished in 21 minutes last night. So what you do is get either a crochet hook or a knitting needle and your 1 skein of Bodega. Let me move this scarf out of the way. The yarn comes in a skein. What you're going to do is open up the skein and roll it into 2 equal balls of 10 yards each. And what you're going to want to do, I'm going to show you first with the crochet hook. The good news about this is you don't have to be a crocheter or a knitter to accomplish this scarf. You're really more causing it to be created than you are either crocheting it or knitting it. As you'll see, the yarn itself is a flat ribbon shape until you pull it open just a little bit, and you'll see that it's really a tube of mesh in the different fibers that the yarn is made up of. So you'll have mohair and a bit of chenille, mohair and a bit of chenille in gorgeous colors. So take your crochet hook, and then after the crochet hook I'll show the technique with the knitting needle. Along the top edge of the yarn you'll see that there's a knot here. We're going to leave that knot alone for now. Take your hook and just poke it into any space near the top of the mesh. And then you're going to poke it in again about an inch, half an inch forward from where you first made your loop. You're going to take the second loop you've made and pull it through the first, like that. Insert it again and pull it through. Insert again and pull it through. And you may notice that I'm not being particular about where I'm inserting it. An inch, half an inch, wherever it's easy to get in there, it's really not going to make any difference. As you go along, you're going to spread open your mesh a little more just so you can get your hook into the mesh. If you're doing this with a knitting needle, you would take your knitting needle and the same way as with the hook, spread out a little bit of mesh, insert the hook into the mesh, the needle, insert the needle again into the mesh. Instead of pulling through, because you don't have a hook here, you'll take the previous stitch and bind it off over the second. Insert, bind off. Insert, bind off. I have made a few of these already. I've used a variety of hook sizes and a variety of needle sizes. This needle is a US 8 and this hook is a US 5 or F, and I'm finding it easiest to use probably a US 6 needle, and then that 5 hook is fine. It doesn't really matter what size needle or hook. As you finish and go all the way along to the end, this is a 10-yard skein. When you get to the very last bit, all you're going to do is pull it through and tie another knot at the end of the mesh to match this knot. And then, with a scissors, you can trim off the excess of the knot. It will stay fine, and you'll actually see in my original piece that there is a knot on both sides, but it sort of blends away into the fabric. So when you're wearing it, no one really notices that knot there. And that's the entire project. The only thing left to do is when you're done hooking or knitting is to spread out the mesh in whatever fashion you'd like, and it curls around on itself like this. Again, I did this one in 21 minutes. I did a slightly longer one in 25 minutes, and it's the perfect gift for all those people who you'd really like to make something for but can't spend too much time on. 1 skein of Bodega at our online store is $27. That's unwindyarn.com, and we have every color in stock. Order some right away. Happy holidays!